What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosion, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe. With these open earbuds, it's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears,
You feel good enough to go out there and play.
you turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.com.
Good business schools help you land a job. Great business schools help you build a career. But at SMU Cox, that's just the beginning. Here in Dallas, Texas, we prepare you for whatever the future throws at you. Our commitment to student success has produced soaring rankings and unprecedented career outcomes. It's why we continue to produce programs for in-demand industries and invest in new state-of-the-art facilities. Be a part of something great. SMU Cox. Visit us at smu.edu/Cox/career to learn more.
First and foremost, prayers, thoughts go out to anyone that was affected in that tragedy that happened 23 years ago. Spoke to the team a little bit about today. Thank you to the military, police, firefighters, first responders. It's very vivid in my mind, where I was at that time, and I'm sure it is for a lot of you. So always a tough day. Again, very thankful for the people that helped along the way, and prayers to the people that were affected by it. In terms of where we're at, getting ready for Washington. 4 players won't practice. Gunner, Slayton's in concussion protocol. Darius Musa has a knee, and McLeod has a knee. Day to day, we'll see where those 2 are at. Everybody else will be good to go.
Do you expect Micah to be able to do more this week going in, especially now with Musa?
Yeah, I expect him to take the reps today at practice that he needs to take.
Gunner did not go on IR. Is that an option for him?
We'll see here, Tom. It's going to be weeks here for him. So again, how many weeks? Not sure quite yet, but you won't see him for at least a few weeks.
Dave's obviously Daniel. It's only human nature to lose some confidence after things didn't go his way last week. So how has you as a head coach, play calls, coordinator, all that stuff,
Sure,
kind of build up his confidence heading into Sunday? I'll try to build him back up where, look, it's only human nature, you're going to lose some confidence, right? So how do you kind of try to build him back up going into Sunday's game?
Yeah, that goes for everybody. Again, this is not there's 16 teams that are not very happy this past week. On a Monday or Tuesday. Again, you have relationships with players. I've had plenty of conversations with multiple players. He's someone that I talk to every day. We talk about the discipline to do things right on and off the field like he always does, having a positive attitude regardless of situation. It's never easy when you lose a game or you don't play well or you don't coach well. That's the National Football League. This is 24 years into it. There's not much of that I haven't experienced. So keeping a positive attitude, doing the things that you need to do each and every week to prepare for a game, which he'll do, and then handling things with the right mindset. Be able to persevere through things, let your passion show. Have competitive stamina, and mental toughness is a real thing. So focus on the things that's important, which is what his coaches are teaching him to do, how he goes out and practices with the right mindset. That's what you do with every player, with every coach.
Dave, I totally get that.
Yeah.
It's just that, as we all know, QB is just is the most important position, maybe in professional sports. That's why I'm only asking.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And I understand the question.
Get this guy, where he feels where you want him at. That's all I was asking.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate the question, but that's what you do. You have relationships with players. You correct them. You show them. You're there for them. You have good conversations. Because sometimes players or coaches, you need to have those conversations.
Do you see a quarterback who's playing with confidence?
Yeah, we played one game, so no one did good enough that first game. So again, team sport, and we'll work on fixing it.
What have you seen from him since that game?
Well, we haven't practiced yet.
Carrying him? No, in regards to how he's carrying himself, how he's handled the disappointment of that game in particular.
Sure. Well, again, we're moving on to this week. Nobody was happy with the results of last week, so locked in, loaded, ready to go through the scouting report, game plan. Go out and have a good practice. That's what you have to do each and every week in this league, whether you win or whether you lose. that's where your focus has to be, is in the moment.
Brian, when you were in Hard Knocks, when you were asked about Jaden Daniels, about possibly trading up, you said, yeah, if we can, let's do it. What did you like about him so much that you would have said that?
Well, I think he's a good football player. He's athletic. He's dynamic with the ball in his hands, whether it's a passer or a runner. But again, this is more about the Washington offense in general. Again, they played a good Tampa Bay team. Tampa Bay played well. He's a rookie quarterback that definitely did some good things and that you saw from college to on tape. I mean, he had 88 yards, 70 yards on scrambles, throws the ball well, but it's more about getting ready to play their entire offense.
Did he look like a rookie in the first game? I mean, you talked about his legs. I mean, obviously, physically, he can do a lot of really good things, but a lot of the rookies who seemed in the league look like rookies.
Looks like a good football player to me. So, again, I'm sure there's plays he would like to have back, just like all of us, but I think he's a good football player. I think he's a good quarterback. I think they got a lot of good pieces around him. McLaurin's an exceptional receiver, speed. Robinson is a tough runner. They brought Austin over there from LA. So, again, it's the biggest team sport there is, and that's where we'll focus.
How much more challenging is it to prepare for a team that has a rookie quarterback, new head coach, kind of doing an overhaul?
Yeah, it's like it was, in the early part of the season, it's like that. But now you add, Dan, even though he was at Dallas, but, he has different players on Washington that he had Dallas. The quarterback is in his second start, so there's not a lot of tape other than you go back and with plenty of tape that we watched at LSU. So, again, it's still early in the season, so some of the preparation and the things that you go through, there's a lot of tape to sift through. You make sure you hit the big details.
Does the work that you did on Jaden going to the draft help you at all here?
Well, I've spent a lot of time looking at some of those guys, so if I didn't look at them, I would spend a lot of time looking at them this week. So there's cut-ups that I've made and that I can refer to or go back and talk with the defensive staff about. So there's a little bit more time on some other things, but put a lot of work into that. Again, he's played in one game in a regular season, so we'll use that, and it's really more about us and how we do things.
How tricky is it that you are on camera saying that was a situation that unfolded? You have to deal with that, and you said this is a guy I do like enough that I would want to draft him, and then have to play him. You have a different quarterback here. What's that like for you to navigate?
Yeah, I'd say I've had that conversation, weeks ago or whenever that happened. Our focus right now is on what we're doing in the moment, which is getting ready to play a game.
You're saying that conversation, or with Daniel?
No, not with you. No, with my player. No.
How do you get Malik more involved?
Throw him the ball.
Were there times that you thought the ball was going there and Daniel directed it otherwise?
No, I thought Daniel, again, we talked, I don't want to live too much in last week, we're moving on, but, move him around like we do, and if he's the first read, he's the first read. If he's the second read, but, continue to work with him, and when he's open, give it to him.
Now that you've had a chance to dig into the tape, what did you identify as the things that are the biggest priority to focus on this week?
Yeah, really us, doing everything better. So that's what we'll try to do.
How is Slayton actually feeling? Do you have a positive, optimistic read on his situation?
No, I think concussions are different for every player. So I think every guy is different. There's been progress, but again, I don't think you mess around with those type of things. He won't do anything today. Each day they come in, they get tested, they go through things, and I'm sure if he passes protocol and all that stuff, then he'll be ready to go. But those head injuries are tricky injuries. I don't want to take those lightly.
Is he at the physical activity?
No, he's not doing it. He's not doing anything today. Yep.
Is it as simple as Joe stepping into that spot and moving on?
It is.
How comfortable are you with him? I mean, obviously you mentioned the other day about the depth chart and where he was and his snaps, and if he has to move up in the depth chart, what's your thoughts on Jim?
Yeah, feel good about him.
A couple more.
Did the Commanders struggle on defense last week? It looked like the 37 points was...
Well, I thought they made a lot of good plays too. They had 7 negative plays. 6 of them were in the run game. thought Baker made some really good throws and decisions. Evans made some good plays. They played well offensively. So there was a lot of good things that, they're playing a different style than they've played the last few years. They're, aggressive up front. The two guys inside have been the two guys inside for a while that, whether Allen and Durand or, Alabama guys that I've had familiarity with, they're playing good. So again, first game, they did some good things. Tampa, I thought, played well. Had some big plays, and whether it was the screen game, the run game, down the field, and some matchups. But I think they're a good team.
Is Baker an example of a guy, specifically a quarterback, that maybe lost his confidence and endured some things, whether it was Cleveland, Carolina, now has bounced back to play some really good ball?
Yeah, I don't want to speak for Baker. I've never been around him other than evaluating him, so I haven't been with him in the meeting rooms or things that he's went through. I think that'd be unfair of me to do.
Right.
Last one.
What is your preferred offensive identity? Like, what do you want to hang your hat on as an offense?
Scoring points.
Do you have any overarching concern that you haven't thrown a touchdown pass in preseason or the regular season?
Yeah, our focus is on trying to score points.
What's good? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosion, a lot of energy and attitude.
With these open earbuds,
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear, it's like a dream.
for more, check out Bose.com.
When it comes to business, the people who succeed tend to be the people who seek out partners with skills or knowledge that they don't have. And that's what Lenovo's free online membership program, Lenovo Pro, can do for small businesses. If you're not a tech expert, that's where Lenovo can help. So you can add Lenovo's team to yours and then lean on them for all your tech questions for free. Visit Lenovo.com/Lenovo Pro to sign up for free. That's Lenovo.com/Lenovo Pro.
Lenovo.